Scott, obviously not the night you'd wanted here, but there's obviously some talking points and some positive ones you take out of that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, our guys continue to fight, which was a really good sign, and they will always continue to fight, whether we're up or down. And it could have been quite ugly there at one point or another, but they just dug in and found a way to at least make it interesting down the stretch there. So there are some positives to take out of that. I don't know how much you learn by losing, but ultimately, we just don't have enough bullets in the chamber to score enough points consecutively to put scoreboard pressure on, and they played well, so it is what it is.
You've got to be pretty happy with Jook's performance. I obviously stood up himself as captain for tonight.
Yeah, he did a nice job. I thought a bunch of our guys did actually a nice job across the board. So, yep.
And obviously, just with Bryce Cotton, obviously there was always going to be a lot of work you were going to put into him. You must be pretty proud to keep obviously him down to just I think it was 20%. I think his shot percentage was.
Yeah, I mean, he's a handful. He's consecutively always the best player every year in the league. And tonight we did a nice job on him, but then Cheatham and some other guys got away from us. But we had a good effort around him, and he draws a lot of attention, rightfully so. And he's a hell of a player.
How much do you take out of the fourth quarter? I mean, you're down big, but you get back within 7, and you weren't without some sort of a chance if you made a couple more shots of making a run. Do you take a fair bit out of that finish?
Well, again, I think it's just a great credit to the guys that just kept fighting and fought through the adversity of the course of the game. And basketball is not fair to you all the time, and sometimes you get punched in the mouth, and you got to get to the other side of that. And right now we're getting punched in the mouth, and it's not the worst thing in the world. And you have to just continue to grind away. And our guys will show up again on Saturday when we go back to work and just try to stack days again and try to get individually better. And we'll just go back to what we normally do. So it's the ebb and flow of sports in general and in basketball. And I did mention to them, Chris, exactly what you said about they could have hung a 35-point game on us very easily at one point there, and the fight back showed a lot of character in our guys, and we have a lot of character guys in there that are just good dudes that are just trying to do the right things.
We spoke about Archie after the last game, and you were hoping that he would be able to play tonight, and he did, and he got out there for 8 minutes, and I thought he competed pretty well and showed some pretty encouraging signs. Yeah,
we were just trying to put him out there for about 8 to 10 minutes on the high end, because he just practiced for the first time in 2.5 months on Tuesday, 5-on-5, and so we have to be a little bit careful of bringing him back in to the fold, and so we were trying to get him 8 to 10 minutes out there to run around. And that's something for him to obviously to build on over the next few days till we get to the break. So we'll continue to ramp things up for him a little bit. But Tuesday was the first time he had played 5-on-5 in almost 2.5 months.
It was a big challenge for both Josh and Jook just with the size that they're giving up against with Rakosevich and Humphreys. But I know Cheatham got away from you a little bit in the first half or first 3 quarters, but I thought against their big guys, you did reasonably well. Yeah, I mean, Cheatham's a hell of a player. I've always liked him. I loved him when he was in with the Breakers, and he's just got an energy and a motor that's undeniable. And he had a fantastic game on both sides of the floor. And obviously, a little bit lacking in depth down there for right now, and we got bullied a few times down there just in general. But it's a lot of work, obviously, for Majuk to be down there. Bannon is finding his way, but Jook to be down there and playing the 5 for longer minutes. He's not obviously physically built for a long period of that, but those guys too battled. I know you haven't had to get on a plane now for a couple of weeks, but it has been a pretty hectic schedule. Does it feel like this is a good time to have a week in between games before you have to play again, and just to freshen up a little bit but work on some things? Yeah, obviously we're going to have a few days here. We're going to take a few days off, actually. David Johnson, we're hoping something here in the near future with him. He played his first time 5-on-5 also on Tuesday, and we'll see how he goes over the next 3 or 4 days here before we head to Perth. But he's close to being ready, but it'll take him some time with timing and stuff. So knock on wood, we don't have any setbacks. We said the same thing about Drimmick, and all of a sudden
The bottom fell out of that one. And then Magne is around the corner, I think. I don't think it's going to be a long-term thing. I hope not. Might be 2 or 3 weeks here just to get the swelling down, but there's no structural damage with him. It's just more pain tolerance. And so I would love, like a lot of teams would love to see what the roster would look like with all of our guys on the floor at the same time. That may or may not happen. It didn't happen last year, but we're hopeful.
This might be a silly question, but given you've been playing well on the road so far this year, you might actually be looking forward to jumping on a plane again next week.
Well, I think our guys just in general, and if you're a player of any sort, you like to just go play. So, yeah, we'll look forward to going to Perth. The weather will be a little bit warmer than it's been here, which will be nice. And it's a great atmosphere to go play there. They have, they're down a roll down there and playing very, very well and seem to have their roster intact. So it should be a good test for us again.
Thanks very much. I'll make sure we catch up when you get here.
Yes, I'll get you a ticket if you need one. I know they don't let you in the building.
Thank you, Scott.
All right, Chris. See you, buddy.